Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Bold Hairspring. As always, it's me, Ivan, and in today's video I'll be showing you the all-new Phoibos Leviathan. I've had it for a bit more than a week now, but I can already tell you, it has very quickly become my favorite €300 watch. Everyone, please pay attention because what I'm going to say next is very important and it may influence your purchasing decisions. This watch will be available on the 1st of February and it will cost €315 or US dollars only. However, there is an early bird discount code which you can use. It's EB63 and it drops the price down to €252 or US dollars. And there are 5 colorful dials for you to choose from. As always, watch this video until the end and decide for yourself, but in my opinion, this is a deal that's very difficult to pass on. A quick note about the packaging. The Leviathan arrives in the square canvas box that I'm sure many of you have seen before. In it you'll find the watch and all the paperwork such as the user manual and the warranty card. For those of you who aren't very familiar with Phoibos watches, you should know that the previous Leviathan collection had very different dimensions. They were 45mm in terms of diameter, and the lug-to-lug was quite large as well, and so many people started asking Phoibos to release it with a more compact set of dimensions. And they listened. This new model is just 40.8mm if we measure it from here to here, and 42 at its widest, including the crown guards. The lug-to-lug is also significantly shorter, 48mm, and the thickness, although it may not look like it, it's only 13mm. As a result, this watch is now much more wearable and it should fit nicely on a much wider range of wrist sizes. On mine, which is 17cm or 6.7 inches in circumference, it wears beautifully, and despite the size reduction, the watch still has a ton of wrist presence thanks to its angular design. And I'm also happy to report that on this bracelet, it feels very comfortable and very well balanced. Just in case there is anyone watching who is still worried about the dimensions, here is a quick comparison with the beautiful red dial Voyager GMT model, which has a diameter of 39mm. The most obvious difference here is the lug-to-lug, 48mm on the Leviathan versus 45 on the Voyager. To be honest, the Leviathan doesn't look substantially bigger. In fact, it's a millimeter thinner, but because of its design, you might be getting the wrong impressions. Speaking of the design, it's definitely what makes this watch such a great choice. The faceted case gives the watch a very rugged appearance, which, as I just mentioned, is the reason why this model has so much wrist presence. In addition, the piece doesn't only look solid, it actually is. In fact, sized for me, it weighs 158 grams, which is about the same as my Tudor Black Bay, and to me that's excellent, as I love watches that have some weight to them. So yeah, the build quality is fantastic, and the finishing is quite nice as well. The whole watch is vertically brushed, and none of the sharp edges feel uncomfortably sharp. One more thing that I need you to see is the case back. It carries the Phoibos octopus logo, deeply embossed, and I think it looks very cool. When it comes to the water resistance, the 45mm model was 500 meters water resistant, while this one is 200, which is basically the standard for a dive watch. Now let's have a closer look at the dial. Guys, this black and yellow color scheme looks fantastic, and it reminds me of the Breitling Avenger Seawolf I reviewed a few months ago, which is great in my opinion, considering the difference in price between the two watches. It's a very rich yellow dial that sits behind a thick AR-coated sapphire crystal. It's textured and it has a slight metallic look to it that is difficult to show on camera, but trust me, it looks really nice. Then we've got the outlined in black handset, together with the applied indices, and they really stand out against the yellow dial. At the 3 o'clock position there is a date window, and it's nicely integrated thanks to its black frame. All in all, Phoibos have done a very fine job with the dial and its layout, It looks amazing, it's symmetrical, and it stays legible in every single situation, including in the dark. All Phoibos watches that I have reviewed, including this one, perform really well in low light conditions. Phoibos love using 15 layers of Superluminovo BGW9, which, as you can tell, is a formula that works really well. The hands, the indices, and even the markings on the matte ceramic bezel glow very bright, and they continue to do so for a very long time. As I just mentioned, the bezel has a ceramic bezel insert that is matte finished, and I'm a big fan of that because at certain angles it looks aluminum. The bezel itself is great. It could have used a more aggressive knurling, but as long as you get a good grip, it's fairly easy to turn. The action is solid, there are 120 clicks, there's minimum to no backplay, and the alignment is spot on. The next thing you need to know is that the movement powering this watch is, of course, the Seiko NH35. You know the specs, it's a 3 Hz movement with 24 joules and a power reserve of about 40 to 42 hours. And it's a movement that just works very reliably and very accurately. Since I received this watch, it's been consistently running about 8-9 seconds fast per day, which is an excellent performance. Something else that's worth mentioning here is the crown. Due to its large size, it's extremely easy to wind the movement and to set the time, and it also screws in right away. So guys, the all-new Phoibos Leviathan is the watch that I enjoy wearing the most right now because of its design, build quality, and bright yellow dial. It's a very solid watch with a very strong wrist presence, and in my opinion, it's almost perfect. There is just one thing that could be better, and that's the clasp. The outer shell is made of pressed metal, but you know, considering the price point, I don't think it's a deal breaker or even a negative, but hey, everything has to be mentioned. On the other hand, the rest of the bracelet is fantastic, it matches the brushed finish of the case, and all the links are joined together with screw pins. Now that everything has been said, let me repeat once again that during the month of February, this watch will be sold for only $252 or euro, which is an insanely good deal when you realize that what you're getting in return is basically a beefed up version of the Seiko Samurai that also happens to be a much better value for money. So if you like what you've seen so far, watch a few more reviews of it and make the final decision. Alternatively, I also recommend you check out the updated Wavemaster GMT, which now comes with an exceptional on-the-fly clasp. It's on pre-order now for just $299 when you use the EB100 discount code. As always, you can find all the relevant links in the description of this video. That's all for today. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video until the end. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you are subscribed so that you don't miss this. In a few more days, I'll be uploading a video of this crazy good Casio A168 mod, which includes a full metal case with a sapphire crystal, a screw-link bracelet, and even a solid steel case back. Thanks for watching guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.